Welcome to our Budokon Yoga Primary Series, Section 5. This section is called Balance. Begin in Seiza, kneeling position, and bring your awareness to your breath, noticing if you're holding any tension around the belly, the chest, or in any other parts in your body, the jaws, the neck, the shoulders, and see if you can soften a little bit into that space. Create a sensation of grounding, rooting through the tops of your feet, your shin, and then through the pelvic floor. And as you elongate your spine just a little bit longer, find a little bit more reach and expansiveness in your upper body. With that spaciousness, begin finding a little bit more depth and length in your breath. Soften all the way into your inhale and soft exhale, creating your very own pattern of breathing. Your eyes open. With your next exhale, right hand, left hand to the ground, symbolizing a triangle and bow to the warrior in each of us. Us. Rising. Bring the hands together in front of your heart. We bow and honor to the yogi within each of us. Namaste. And now with your next inhale, slightly arch, tilting the head back, fingertips to the ground. Now draw the chin all the way to the chest, shoulders drawing forward. Slide your hands all the way forward to the knees. Big flexion here. Hands sliding alongside your thighs as you begin finding another back bend here. Reach your arms behind you. Open the chest as you broaden across your collarbones. Chin draws to the chest. Arms reaching forward. Find your flexion again in the spine. Big cobra hood press. Find extension all the way into your fingertips. Begin circling the head from the right all the way over to the left side. Circling your upper trunk slightly from the right now to the left. Again, head circling left over to the right side. Allow that to translate deep into the body. Base your left hand behind you. Right arm reaches over the head. Bridge your hips forward. Begin opening up the side body. As you send your hips back, sweep your fingertips on the ground in a half circle. Base your right hand, left arm over the head as you bridge your hips forward. Lower the hips back towards the heels, both of your hands right in front of you, and rolling through the spine all the way into the crown of the head, sending the hips back. Sweep your fingertips alongside the ground. Base your hands, shifting into a 4-point base, and stay in motion. Find a big cobra hood press, shifting to the right, from the right to the left, and reversing that. Sending your hips back, and from here, chin to the chest, pubic bone to navel, rolling forward into a cobra hood press. Arching now, activate your back line. Sending the hips back into your child's pose. And now turn your right hand, palm facing up, circling the wrist. Shifting to the right, left wrist now, left palm facing up and in. Finding those circular motions to warm up the palm of the hands, the wrists, and now as you extend your arms, pushing into your cobra hood. And again, stay very fluid in each transition, sending yourself back. And from here again, rolling forward, hips melting, upward facing dog. And then with the arch in your spine, send the hips once more back into your child's pose. Rolling chin to chest, pubic bone to navel. Big cobra hood press. Now shifting to the left, curl the toes under to the right, broaden your 4-point base. Now lifting the knees off the ground and shifting also right to left and left to the right. Slowly begin rising your hips higher, getting closer and closer to your downward facing dog. Bend your right knee, bend the left knee. And stay very fluid in the spine. Beautiful work. Tops of the feet rooting. Bring the knee down. Now, left top of the foot to the ground. Find the knee touching the ground and step back into your downward facing dog. Bend the knees, gaze forward, prepping for your sit through. Either all the way through into your boat or working your way into position 1. And then into your boat from there. Upper body, lower trunk now. Simultaneously finding the ground. Heels touch, back of the thighs, lower back, shoulder blades, back of the head. Reaching your arms over your head. And now from the strength of your core, reach your feet up to the ceiling and then all the way back behind you into your plow. Maybe your toes touch the ground. And then bending the right leg behind the left into figure 4. Now rolling through, slow and controlled, forward into warrior's base. Shifting into your front leg, draw your right knee closer in and then rise to open up into your half moon. Hips open, shoulders stacked, reaching all the way across the chest into both of your hands. Spread your arms wide, all the way extending into your back toes. And now as you square out your hips again, lower yourself onto the ground, top of the foot, the knee, and then shifting back into your warrior's base, both of your legs extending, pubic bone to navel, cobra hood as you lower down, slow and controlled into your supine. As the back of the head touches the ground, reach your arms over the head and then follow with the legs to find back into your plow pose. See how far back you can reach your toes, really opening the back line here. And now left leg folds, rolling forward. Again, keep the engagement, keep the control, shifting into your warrior's base, into your front leg, draw your back knee in, and now as you push your standing leg into the ground, begin spreading and expanding wide open into your half moon. Hips open, shoulders stacked, reaching through your fingertips, all the way also into the ball of your left leg. Now contract, bringing everything closer back together. Hips are square, finding the ground with the top of your left foot, your knee, sitting back behind into your warrior's base. Now both legs extending, hugging them towards each other. Demi-point the feet, lowering down in one piece onto your full back line, arms reaching over the head, supine to your plow, reaching the legs all the way over your head. Folding the right leg behind the left, rolling forward through that half boat into your warrior's base, shifting into the front leg, holding either by your calf, by your ankle, a little higher by the knee. And now as you extend the left leg, reach your right leg behind you, keeping your hips square for your standing split. Long spine, reaching through the crown of the head all the way into the ball of the right foot. Lowering back with control, finding the ground with the top of your right foot, the knee, to sit back into your warrior's base. Both legs extending again, legs hugging towards each other, pubic bone to navel as you roll back, vertebra by vertebra. Back of the head touches the ground, reaching your arms over the head, hugging the lower back into the mat as your legs follow into a plow. In your plow, left leg folds behind the right, rolling through that half boat into your warrior's base. Keep shifting into your front leg, holding by the ankle, the calf, or your knee, and now extending forward and back through the crown of the head to the hips, squaring them out into the demi point of the left leg. Beautiful. With control, slow transition to find back onto the floor. The top of the foot, the knee, the sits bones. Now both legs extending, reaching through the balls of the feet, hugging the legs, lower yourself, vertebra by vertebra back into supine. Arms reaching over the head. Make sure your lower back is hugging into the mat. Pubic bone slightly drawing to the navel, reaching the feet up and over, back into your plow. Folding the right leg behind the left, rolling all the way back forward into your warrior's base. Travel through, place both of your hands on the ground, setting yourself up for one strong kick up into your split leg handstand. See how long you can hold it, exiting with control, finding again the top of the foot, the knee, and then the sits bones back onto the ground. Legs extend, controlled strong transition back into supine. And from your supine, lower back hugging into the mat, strong in your core, reach the legs all the way up and over into your plow. Left side, folding a left leg behind the right, rolling through your warrior's base to shift forward, planting both of your hands, setting it up for your split leg handstand. Square hips, extension in both of your legs into your demi point. Lower with grace and control back onto the mat, both legs extending. Ready to roll back, vertebra by vertebra. Back of the head touches the floor, arms reaching over the head into the full extension, lower back hugging into the mat. Reach your feet up and over, back into your plow. Big breath here, and now rolling all the way through forward into a squat to shift through. Open your hands wide, wider than your mat, and keep tipping into your fingertips for your crow pose. Remember, this is a hip opener. Your shoulders and hips should be in line, balancing on the shelves of your arms. Lowering the feet all the way back onto the ground, finding your active squat. And bring your knees all the way through and right in front into boat again. Legs extending, lower trunk, upper trunk, lowering simultaneously down to the ground. Supine, arms reaching over the head, followed by the legs. We're back into plow. Right leg folds, rolling through, half boat into your warrior's base, shifting into the left leg, and begin again, opening up into your half moon. Shoulders stacking, reaching through the fingertips, and also all the way into your demi point in the right foot. Square the hips. With control, lower yourself back. Top of the foot, knee, sits bones. Both legs extending. Pubic bone to navel, rolling vertebra by vertebra. Back into supine, arms reaching, followed by the legs. Back into plow, folding the left leg behind the right. Rolling forward through your warrior's base, basing into your front leg. As you extend your front leg, extending leg, you will open up into your half moon. Long side bodies opening up in the hips and the shoulders, and now draw everything back into the midline, finding the ground, sitting back into warrior's base, extending the legs, rolling back, vertebra by vertebra, supine, into your plow. In Plow, folding the right leg behind the left, rolling forward through your warrior's base. Get hold of your ankle, shin, or knee, and then extending forward and back simultaneously as you keep your hips square into a standing split. Bring everything back together closely in. Sit back, both legs extending, rolling into supine. And from your supine, as your arms reach over the head, follow the feet to meet the hands back into your Plow. Left leg folding, rolling through your base. Get hold of your ankle, calf, or by the knee, rising and reaching through the crown of the head, square hips into your demi-point. Lowering back into your warrior's base, both legs extending. Strong transition. Controlled roll back, supine into your Plow. Folding now, right leg behind the left, rolling forward and through your base, finding the ground with your hands, and one kick, one attempt, rising, reaching, split leg handstand, shifting into your hands to lower back with that same control. Warrior's base, both legs extending, rolling, vertebra by vertebra back onto supine, arms reaching over the head, hugging your lower back into the mat, pubic bone to navel to reach your feet up and over back into Plow. Left side, left leg folding, rolling through your warrior's base, planting both of your hands firmly onto the ground, find the stacks, shoulders over wrist, and now with control, kick both of your legs up, split like handstand, shifting into your fingertips as you lower down, exiting with control, both legs from here, extending, hugging your legs together, pubic bone to navel, and reaching your arms over the head, followed by your legs back into Plow. Keep your legs together, slight bend in the knees, rolling forward and through a squat into your crow, arms open wide. Create shelves for you to lean your legs onto it. Remember, hip opener here, sinking. And now, as you lower the feet back onto the ground, prayer squat, long spine, stay active. Catching your breath again, long, deep. And now, place your right hand on the ground as you spiral yourself all the way into a seated twist, drawing the right leg behind the left, both sits bones on the ground, lengthening through the spine. From here, getting a little bit deeper into the hips for cow face. So adjusting your top leg, walk it slightly further out so both of your knees are stegging. If this is too deep for you, find a different variation. And now, as you keep the dorsiflexion in the feet, maybe using your hands to assist you, pushing into the hip crest, into the thighs, begin slowly melting over your legs. And create actually spinal undulations, almost like a pulsing quality before you find yourself really hinging forward, but soft still. Good. Draw your hands back. Now, back into that seated twist. Use your hands to assist you to come back through a squat. Now walk your left hand over, left knee passes behind your right foot. And you find yourself again into a seated twist now on the opposite side. Again, try to root through both of your sits bones, lengthening through the spine. Good. And eventually, again, finding a little bit more depth to work on our hip opener here. So stagging the knees, having your feet alongside your lower trunk. Again, staying active, dorsiflexion, using your hands either onto feet, using your hands either on the feet or on your hips, helping to create grounding and a gentle adjustment and assist for yourself. And then with very controlled spinal undulations, begin melting over your legs. Always noticing if any adjustment needs to be made, where you're feeling it. Also noticing if this side feels any different than the opposite side. And now notice how much reach you also can create by walking your fingertips forward, closing the gap between upper trunk and lower trunk even more. Good. Eventually slide your hands back. Extension through the spine. Back into a seated twist, using your left hand to help yourself come out and through back into your squat. Take a moment and squat and actually really sit into a passive squat. Sinking deep and low. Reach your arms behind your head, interlace them, and draw the chin to the chest. Maybe rocking the head slightly side to side. And as you release, draw the knees together. Use your hands to assist, or if you can, no hands. Sitting back onto the sits bones, and then rolling back, vertebra by vertebra. Take the knees with you, hugging them really into the chest, and then extending the legs, and with just a little bit strength and effort, rolling back into a deaf man pose. So sliding the knees alongside your ears, see if you can find your feet, the toes touching the ground, for that very deep back line opener. Also, being here can feel quite restrictive on your breath. So see if you can still find a very balanced, calm, and deep breathing pattern. And eventually, just vertebra by vertebra, rolling out of that, placing both of your feet on the ground and then sliding them out, arms extending out. Letting gravity now really pull you into the floor, creating that sensation of grounding. Letting go of your breath now completely, and find Savasana. And finding your breath, draw the knees closer in. Once more, getting really small. And then choose a side to turn to. Taking another moment here, resting. And help yourself back up into a seat. Seiza, cross-legged. To close out the practice with a brief meditation, anchoring back into your seat, rooting through your lower trunk, and at the same time reaching, finding expansiveness in your upper trunk. Notice a breath, and then immediately allow to find its very natural, intuitive pattern. Allow yourself to soften into your seat. Soft belly. Relax the shoulders. focus inward. Begin tuning one last time back into your breath. Taking a deeper inhale through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth. Finding a little bit more length again through the spine, crown of the head reaching as you root through the pelvis and the shins, top of the feet into the earth. Eyes open, right hand, left hand. We bow to the warrior within each of us, the warrior who fights for people, places, things that can be changed. Together we rise. Bring your hands in front of your heart. And here we symbolize and bow in honor of the yogic quality, the one who is in resolution, peace, and ease with people, places, and things we can change.